It's food o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Recently we reviewed a pizza in Aldi that cost £2.99. It was called a salt and pepper chicken pizza. It was alright, it got stuck to the pan, but it was £2.99. And I thought, even for an Aldi pizza in 2024, it's kind of, if you buy their regular pepperoni pizza, it'll cost you the best part of £1.50. So £2.99 I thought was a little bit steep. Literally, on the same shelf, another new pizza product, £2.69. And that's for a steak pizza. A fully loaded Detroit style deep stakeout pizza. It's probably bits of, it's cooked beef strips, it says, 12%. I was imagining more of like a kebab meat myself, but there we go. 417 grams, goes in the oven for 15 to 17 minutes on gas max 6. Electric is 14 to 16 minutes, 200 degrees, and a fan assisted oven is 15 to 17 minutes. So let's get it out, let's have a look at it frozen. It's one of those, almost like a giant sandwich, isn't it? The size of the... There you go. It's about 3/4 of an inch thick in parts. Right, let's go and get it in the oven. There's some tomato on there, bits of beef, cheese. That's pretty good. Let's go and cook it, see what we get. Okay, so here we go. A much better behaved pizza, this one. Let's roll the sleeves up. It looks really good. What I mean by better behaved is yesterday's Aldi pizza from the same company, Aldi Carlos, completely stuck to the pan. This one, absolutely perfect, slid off brilliantly. So you got that beef, it looks like there's the cheese is melted nicely, a little bit of cheese fat on the top, peppers, yeah, herbs, spices, and that flatbread thing is cooked really nicely. So let's cut it up. Let's make a right old mess of it. Right, there we go. It's about an inch thick in places, that bread. So I suppose what I'm saying here, if you're a fan of bread, you might really like this. I'm a big fan of bread. Now, it's that lovely kind of like raised dough with the holes in it, so it should be nice and fluffy and soft, this bread. Nice base, let's get in. Oh, first taste, a little bit of sweet mustard. Yeah, a little bit of sweet mustard, of course. Goes really well with that steak, doesn't it? It's lovely. That mustard is fantastic. Now, I could have stood here, read all the ingredients out, and just said to you, yeah, so this has mustard and everything else is on there, mozzarella, I just read. But I like to give it to you as I'm picking it up. Am I picking up the mustard? Yes, I am. The bread is lovely. The cheese is lovely, the mustard is lovely. Now we're going to get into some meat. There's some meat on this bite. Actually tastes like steak. Steak, cheese and mustard with some pepper on a thick slice of doughy bread that's nice and crispy and crunchy. What more do you want? Some of that cheese as well as kind of toasted. So compared to the salt and pepper chicken pizza that we reviewed just yesterday, this is by far a much better pizza, and it's cheaper. It's cheaper. I think though, you've got to be a fan of this kind of like deep pan, thick bread pizza. Of course, if you're not a fan of deep pan, thick sliced pizza, then you're probably not going to like this. You'll probably want to go for a thin cut pizza, but even if you're not sure, even if you prefer a thin cut pizza, give this a whirl. It's £2.69. It's not going to break the bank. And it's very tasty for the money. That mustard, for me, has added that little bit of kind of like secret sauce, if you want that. Something that you probably weren't expecting on the pizza. And it's a little bit of a Brucey bonus. It's a really good addition to the pizza. So let's try some of this beef on its own, if I can get it. Here we go. Oh, no. Here's some of the beef. Let's get it in. Yeah. Lovely. Lovely bit of steak. This is worth the treat. I'm really pleased with this pizza. Now it's time to read some of the ingredients. I'm just not going to read them all because there's a million of them. I'm just seeing if there's any nasties in here. Well, no E numbers, nothing in the way of colours. It's all kind of like spirit vinegars, syrup, sugars, peppers, garlics, chilli, cheese, mozzarella, beef strips, potato starch, pea starch, paprika, rye. It's all stuff that, you know, you don't really mind putting in your body. Great stuff. I'm gonna rate it. I really like that pizza. I've mentioned this before on the channel. I'm normally a pepperoni man. I'm normally a safe bet pepperoni man. But when I review stuff on the channel, it takes me out of my comfort zone. And I've been pleasantly surprised by this. It's taken me out of my comfort zone. I've enjoyed it. So I'm going to rate it. That's a cracking pizza for the money. £2.69. Lots of ingredients for your money. That's a 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10 from me. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom. Cheers.